$300 monthly voucher for the low income. I have all the details for you in this video. Let's get into it right now. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of this information that continues to change very, very rapidly. I'm doing all the research so that you don't need to, and I break it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire as this information is being released. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so, and I'll continue to be here for you, keeping you updated with everything going on during this very, very busy time. All right, thanks again. Let's jump right into it. All right, so over the last week or so here, we've seen multiple different proposals coming out talking about vouchers for the low income, stimulus checks, otherwise known as direct checks for the low income, as well as multiple different ideas and talk about direct payments for the American people, as in the low income. So I do want to talk about these vouchers in this video, and I do want to give you some evidence in this video as well so that you can see exactly the source where this information is coming from and all of the exact details on this. However, let's quickly talk through this because this is actually a very interesting concept. Now, a lot of these proposals, these ideas, all of this that has been coming out here over the last week or so is all hinging around, number one, inflation, and number two, gas and oil prices that are going up so incredibly fast right now and as of recently. Well, it's kind of interesting how after all of these months, we're seeing all these people starting to come out right now talking about, oh, the low income need additional assistance through direct checks or vouchers or all kinds of things like this. I just feel like, where have you guys been the last 10 months or 12 months when inflation has been so hot like this as well? But yet now here we are, practically a year after the last stimulus check was sent out, and they're finally coming together now saying, oh, the low income needs some checks. I think all of us are thinking, yeah, where have you been? We've needed checks for a very long time now. So anyway, it's just kind of funny how this is all laying out now and how they're starting to come out of the woodwork here, which is actually a good thing. It's a good thing that they're coming out, but I just feel like a lot of us are kind of scratching our heads wondering, where have you guys been? We've needed assistance here for a very long time. A year now, we've needed additional assistance since that last $1,400 check came out. But anyway, let's talk about these vouchers now. All right, so this is actually a new proposal here, another new idea, another concept coming out talking about a $300 monthly voucher specifically focused on the low income. So I have talked about this a little bit in a previous video, but I do want to talk about this a little bit more in detail here. So the $300 voucher comes out to be basically this: $3 off per gallon of gas, assuming that the average person that the average person buys 100 gallons of gas each and every month. Therefore, $3 off per gallon, as in with these vouchers, and then it equates to $300 worth of vouchers each and every month for 6 months. So the person behind this is basically calling on Congress to say, hey, bring a $50 billion bill to the floor and get this thing done. Not only that, this would go on for 6 months. So this would be over $100 billion as far as this whole program, which is actually kind of interesting because we've been actually looking at this $100 billion number for quite a while now. Now, here's what it comes out to. So I'll just digress for just a second here. So we've been talking about $100 billion and what it would do for the American people right now, especially the low income and fixed income, those people living on like Social Security, SSDI, survivors, retirement, VA, all of these benefits. So here's what $100 billion would do, just to put it into perspective. 50 million people could get a $2,000 one-time stimulus check for $100 billion. So to put it into perspective, would you rather have a $300 voucher for 6 months, or would you rather have, which by the way, that'd be $1,800 worth of vouchers, or would you rather have a $2,000 one-time stimulus check for, again, basically the same amount of money, $100 billion. So anyway, just to kind of put that into perspective, I think all of us know the answer to that question, right? I think all of us are probably leaning toward the cash, but again, we'll see whatever happens here. So anyway, this is one of these voucher programs here, and basically it's all revolving around the oil prices right now and gas prices, everything going on as things continue to move higher on essentially everything. And remember, we also have to remember this too, that pretty much everything pertaining to like oil and gas. I mean, it's literally all the products on our store shelves, the goods that we buy, the food in our grocery stores, all of this is pretty much hinged around energy prices because it needs to get to the store somehow, just like we've talked about before. However, I do want to bring my wife in, Corey. She's going to read an article to you. I know I've been doing this a little bit late here lately, but the reason for this is because I've seen quite a few. Okay, let me take that back. Not quite a few. I've seen a handful of comments down in the comment section from some people saying, "Where do you get this information?" Well, I'm sharing it to you here. So what I'm doing here lately is I'm bringing my wife Corey in to read these articles and this information to you as to where I'm getting this information. So I just want to show you, like, hey, all the stuff that I talk about in my videos can be checked if you want to look it up online or whatever. I find all this information, and as I've said before, I'm literally just reporting the news. I'm literally just bringing you the information as I find through my research. So again, I want to bring Corey in. She'll read this article to you, and it's only about 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes or so. It's a relatively short article. She'll read this and you can see exactly who is proposing this idea, where this idea is coming from, and all of the intricate details about these $300 worth of monthly vouchers for the low income to help offset the gas prices that we're currently experiencing right now, which again are record prices. Over $4 pretty much across the entire country, with the exception of a few states, just a small handful, maybe 6 states or so, that are not experiencing $4 plus gas. But then again, in some areas, we're seeing $5, even higher than that, mid-5s, even $6 in some locations, especially around California. So anyway, just another one of these proposals I want to share with you in this video and just kind of show you this is where I'm getting this information from. So again, with that being said, let's bring Corey in. She will read this article to you. It's pretty short and shouldn't take all that long. And then I'll catch you again later in the next video. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the videos with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,200 videos, nearly 2,300 videos right here on the channel. And I'll catch you again later in the next one. All right, Corey, take it away, and I'll see you again later in the next video.
Going the extra mile. Gas vouchers worth $300 a month for millions of American families proposed. By Israel Salas Rodriguez. As gas prices continue to soar across the nation, a proposed $300 monthly voucher could help struggling families save hundreds at the pump. The average cost for a gallon of regular unleaded gas is now $4.31, and lawmakers are looking to provide relief for struggling families. Some economists are calling for lawmakers to deliver new ways of assistance for Americans dealing with high gas prices. The chief economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics urged House Democratic leaders to bring forth a bill that would provide a $50 billion gas price relief to low-income families. If I were Democratic leadership in the House, I'd bring forward a bill to give $50 billion in gas price relief to low-income households and defy Republicans to vote against it, he tweeted on Tuesday. Senior economist advisor at PNC, Stuart Hoffman, agreed with his proposal, adding that Congress should look at gas vouchers for Americans who qualified for stimulus checks in the past. According to Hoffman, providing a $2 or $3 per gallon voucher for households could equal to $200 to $300 a month per family, assuming they typically pump 100 gallons each month into their cars. Total cost of $100 billion for up to 6 months, worth every penny to protect our freedom and economy. However, Republican lawmakers have made it clear that high prices will continue to be a key line of attack against President Joe Biden and his fellow Democratic leaders. I know oil is an international market, but the main reason Americans are paying so much is bad domestic policies. These aren't Putin prices. They're President Biden's prices, key Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said on Wednesday.